there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay, on Feb 28th, I had posted a video regarding making goals for the month. And I'd asked people, why don't you make goals? Why don't you have a target? And, it's it doesn't make sense if I only talk and I don't walk my talk. It doesn't make sense if I preach to other people, but I'm not doing it myself. So whatever I do share, normally whatever I do share is something that I'm practicing by myself. Okay. So now coming to the goals, I told you I'll make some goals, but I'll keep it private and I'll not share with anyone until I finish it, and then I'll share. And lo and behold, the month got over. I did think about making the video, but then I said, it's okay. I don't know if anyone even remembers it. But to my surprise, Swastik Patel, if you know, he's the guy who comments under every video of mine, and every video it's like every minute he will comment. He will watch the video, one comment, he will see something, he'll comment. He'll see many people like, hey man, stop spamming. So this guy, very persistent, he not only followed up and said, sir, I would like to know what were your goals, how much did you achieve. He even started asking in the group, and he even sent me a message, sir, what were the goals that you made? Please tell me how much did you achieve. So I'm making this video out of love and respect to Swastik Patel, but also to hold myself accountable, because I had told you guys that I'm going to make a few goals for the month of March. Let's see how much did I achieve. So I've written them down on the sheet of paper. You can see them here. I've just scribbled them. Don't want to show you the handwriting or whatever. So I'll read it out. I'll read it out to you. Okay, so these were my goals that I've made, and how much were my goals? How much did I actually achieve? Okay, and well, it's a mixed bag. It's not that I've achieved everything. Okay, the first big one, which I'm very sure everyone wants to know, is how much money did I make? Because obviously we tend to have, financial goals, like money making goals. Okay. My goal for YouTube was to make in and around, I think, $1,000, and just cross that, because every time I hit around $700, $800 with the videos that I post. Okay. So my goal was, let me see if I can push it to $1,000. Okay. Sadly, I don't know, YouTube has just changed its algorithm again. They keep changing it. And for those of you who have YouTube channels would know that before you would get the analytics on, I think from Google, I can't get AdSense, you would get the reports there, but and you could also get from Google's YouTube, but now they've changed it and made the setting you'll get only once a month. To be honest, I never check that. I just see the amount that comes in the bank. I don't give a damn. So the goal was, I was achieving $700, $800. The goal was $1,000. Sadly, I achieved only $500. So I don't know, this month the collection was even less. So I was like, okay, $500, what the hell. But then again, I just realized this is what I'm receiving right now is what I did in the month of Feb. So I'm receiving it in March. So that was the only saving grace. But anyway, I took it as, okay, this is what I got for March. Maybe for March, I'll get it in April, which is obviously the case. Okay, that's number one. Second, in terms of money, in terms of clients, the number of clients actually doesn't matter. It's a collection that matters. My goal was to make $10,000 US. That's a standard goal. If I get more than that, it's great. But on an average, I like to make 10,000. The average that I earned, I would say, last year, I think was, in and around 6,000 something. In and around that much. Before that year was 5,000 on an average, then became 6,000 on an average. So this year, you would say for this month, I wanted to achieve $10,000. However, I tried to push as maximum as I could. I made 7,000, okay, which is not a bad figure, but Then again, I purchased the MacBook Pro, the latest one. This is the latest MacBook Pro. So out of $7,000, 5,000 went for the MacBook Pro. Poof, finished. So I've actually made only $2,000. And on top of that, I wanted to incorporate the Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy Ultra tab, which I have here. All these tablets. Let me show you. These all are the tablets that I have. All these are tablets, by the way. They are not books. This is also another tablet. I wanted to include these, but then I was like, no, just the Galaxy Ultra and the tab which is being charged there. That's another S7. But then I was like, okay, the money, I deducted it from last month. So I didn't want much of confusion. So overall, to make it very easy, 10,000 was my goal. I earned 7,000, but I spent 5,000, so I only saved 2,000. So, like I always tell you, it doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is how much money you save. Okay, so I ended up only saving $2,000. So, okay, 10,000 was the goal. Seven I achieved, 2 I saved. Okay. In terms of customers, now I don't take in terms of did I get 10 customers or 5 customers or whatever. Rather, my goal is how much value did I offer my customers. In terms of customers, 44 customers got jobs, 44, and all of them were not paid customers. You know, sometimes on my website, not website, community tab, I post that free jobs and all that, and the clients pay me. So 44 people ended up getting jobs, 44, out of which 5 were my known customers, and they are not only this month or this year. Over the period of time, the many customers that I got, 5 of them who applied for these jobs got. So 39 free customers who didn't pay me. They're not my customers actually. They trusted me, sent me their details. I forwarded, 39 got. And out of which 5 are my clients, they got jobs. Okay. So 44 out of which 39 are free, 5 are my customers. Okay. Then coming to the personal improvement, I shared with you the MacBook Pro that I got. Okay. I also purchased a second-hand keyboard. This is second-hand. This is not brand new. And second-hand mouse. I have. This is the one that I use for my iMac, and this is the other one. So I have now 2 mice, and you can see 2 mice and 2 keyboards. I'm using separate for the iMac and separate for the MacBook Pro. I don't want to use and spoil it. And in case, there's always a chance something can drop on that. Okay. So that is the MacBook Pro in terms of work. I've also purchased some software for my MacBook Pro. The main thing that I want to tell you is before I was using Photoshop, which I'm using the pirated version. They have a pay per month subscription, which I don't actually want to go for. So I decided to go for an alternate to Photoshop, which turned out to be, what is that, GIF or something like that. I'm trying different alternatives to see, apart from Photoshop, what can I use. Okay, so that's another one. In terms of using the MacBook Pro, I'm still experimenting and saying, like, I'm keeping the iMac shut down, and I'm using the MacBook Pro independently, and that is where you come to know, okay, I need this connector, I need this connection, I need this, all these things that come up. And the reason why I'm doing that is, if in case I do travel anywhere and I'm going to take the MacBook Pro, I have everything that I need. One of the main things that I want to ensure for my MacBook Pro is the casing, the protective casing. I'm very, very particular on getting a protective casing. I take care of my stuff like crazy. The funny thing is, there is no worthwhile case here in Thailand, and especially on the island of Samui. I did check with Amazon, so something is coming down from Amazon, so I'm just waiting for it. It's a hard shell case. Okay, so that was in terms of MacBook Pro. I'm still learning to use the Ultra tab. I like the pen feel of it. I've made another video with regards to that. Okay, then in terms of books, I finished reading the book. It's there. I think you can see it there. Who Painted My Money White? Who Painted My Money White? I finished reading that book. Initially, it was very interesting to read. It is a fictional story about the politics in India, but the prime focus is Congress. The guy who's written it supports BJP, so he has exposed Congress how it is. Initially, the book was very interesting. Later on, became very boring, and I was struggling to finish it. So that was another goal of mine, to finish this book once and for all. I sat down somehow. One of the goal was read one page every single day or one chapter. It didn't take place that way. So one fine day I said, okay, I need to stick to my goal. I read half the book. I think in half means I'd finished half. So I finished 25% at one sitting. Then the second sitting I finished another 25%. So finished the book. Now I am going to start reading this book. Okay, this is The Psychology of Money. I've already listened to the reviews. I've already listened to other people speak. So I have an idea what this book is about. But I still want to read it and finish this book. Then apart from that, I also want to... I've started to read this book every single day. This one. You can see the Ultimate Resource book. This is a big ass book. Oh, the scale fell down. It's terribly boring. So I just force myself to read one chapter a day, and I also make a habit of, you can see underlining, you can see all this underlining. I underline it with a yellow highlighter, and what fell down was a small steel ruler. Because I have ADHD and I can't read boring stuff. It's to give you an idea how boring it is. Like let me read out to you the just 2-3 lines of the latest chapter. Here it says, on value and values, how blended value strategy drives sustainable performance. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, just to give you an idea how boring it is. Okay, I'll read out the first paragraph. Just see if you go to sleep or not. What it says here. Oof, my eyes. I'm getting old. Okay. Shareholder value extremism is an ideology demanding the pursuit of value as a sole objective of strategists, which enriches executives and some shareholders over short term, but fails to generate sustainable gains for shareholders, customers, and employees because it prevents the socio-political, economic beliefs and behaviors that are required for the 21st century. Strategists seeking to avoid the pitfalls must act on the following strategies. Okay, so that was just the first paragraph. So for me, it's very tough. I literally go to sleep when I read stuff like this. So imagine, every day, my goal is to read one page, no matter what. It takes a lot of effort. Okay, another goal that I want to do is, this is the Thai ABCD. I want to teach myself a new language because obviously my daughter is also speaking in Thai. So I've started with the ABC. It's called Kokai. Cock. It's like a hen, like cock, whatever. So you see, this is me writing. So I know it looks silly. So I'm practicing that ABCD. So just a new language, baby steps. It may not be something all the way crazy. And I told you, the Galaxy Tab Ultra, I'm practicing writing with that. The stylus that stylus that I purchased, Intex or whatever its name is, I've not got around using that, but I'll be using it shortly. I've also decided one of the other goals is to use this webcam. Okay, this is a really high-end one. I'm positioning it here. I've not started to use it right now. I'm using the iPhone. This was another part of my goals that I want to do. Then what else? I finished skipping every day. But now when I skip, I do around 150 times. So I do it every alternate day. I get tired too fast, especially because before I was doing skipping is like 5 times I would stop, 5 times I would stop. But now I'm able to do 50 times, without stopping. So I get tired. Running, I do slow, which is usual. With regards to YouTube videos, my goal was to record 4 videos per day, which was like a stretch. I normally, on an average, would do 2 to 3 videos. So I thought, why not push and stretch and see? So that previous video, you can see the number, it's 5,476. That is the video number, 5,476. Today, when I checked, I have completed 5,569. So my goal was 120 videos. I've completed 93 videos, which is roughly 3 videos a day. Not bad, considering the fact that in between I did get burnt out and I was tired also. So overall, these were some of the goals, and apart from that, yeah, there are these family goals where wanted to spend time with the baby and the wifey. So I did take them out. I did buy for my baby. One of the other goals was to buy her all lots of toys. I think I purchased all the toys possible. There's no place in the house now. In fact, there's no place to buy. My wife has finally said, "Please stop." That many number of toys are there. I purchased that Samsung Galaxy Tab for my baby, which was another achievement. Then the trampoline. I purchased that as well because my baby used to like to go out. So overall, yes, I've kept my baby happy. I've even bought that Samsung tab where now she can learn ABCD, and she likes to have these interactive games, and that's how she likes. For my wifey, you might have seen my previous video where the dog was on the bed and fell down, and we thought the dog nearly died. It had a concussion, so I was very pissed off with my wife, and I told her I'm not going to buy you gold. I don't know if you saw that video. I've decided, okay, now I'm cooled off. I will buy, but not now. So that is for later. So yeah, as a husband, as a father, as a businessman, as a coach, I've done all these things. As a coach, I was very happy to know some of my clients were able to get solutions. In fact, without being specific, there are certain clients who had marriage problems, who had depression, some had suicidal tendencies, some were totally lost, some wanted a career change. So those were many of them, which I was able to help them and guide them. So overall, if I were to give you as a nutshell, if my goal achievements were 10, I would say I've achieved at around 7. If 10 overall, with complete satisfaction, everything, I've done 7. And it feels kind of good. Now the question is, am I going to continue keeping the goals for next month and all that? I don't think I'm actually going to do that, in the sense that I'm not going to keep like, oh, I want to achieve this. I might have one goal, big goal, just one, and mostly that one big goal is always money. The other goals would be consistency, like 3 videos per day, or go for running every day, slow, relaxing pace. Okay. The big, hairy, audacious goal is called BHAG. For me, would be obviously like $10,000 a month, looking at $100,000, or $120,000 end of the year. But like I tell you, it's not how much money you earn; it's how much money you save. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That is how my goals has been, and I made this video just because I promised you I would, give you the report. How much did I achieve? Where did I fail? And yes, this was also for Swastik Patel, because he is very particular, uh, very persistent. So this is for you. Last but not the least, what I want to leave you with is, don't burn yourself out when you make a goal. Have a goal that excites you, that is easy, that you can think of every single day. Don't have too many goals, and keep in mind that if you dream for 100, maybe you'll achieve less than that. Like for example, my goal was $10,000, achieved 7, but then I had to spend, and finally it came down to 2. So there are always challenges like that, and you may not achieve 100 out of 100. If you achieve 100 out of 100, congrats. Then maybe you need to push yourself to the next level. So anyway, these were my goals. Let me know, what do you think? And yeah, one last thing. I also decided I'm going to eliminate wastage from the house. Not wastage, excess stuff. One of the very painful goals that I had was, I hate selling secondhand, because I don't know, I'm just not very comfortable reselling things and negotiating and listening to people, listing it. I actually pulled out all the stuff, listed them one by one, and now I'm selling them one by one by one. So yeah, that is where that camera that I dug out. I also have the 4K gimbal, that small handheld camera. It's very thin. DJI Osmo. I pulled it out. I'm going to start using that. So yeah, these were the goals. This is what I wanted to share. Sorry, a little bit of rambling because I'm actually giving you stuff that happened. So let me know, what are your thoughts? Did you learn something? Did you find something worth it? Are you inspired to achieve your goals? And what did you think of the whole goal setting that I did for myself? Let me know. I don't know if you watched the whole video. If you did, congrats. If not, I don't blame you for it. All right. Having said that, this is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.